Got a belly full of pasta, ate at Pisano's tonight, and decided that I wanted to drop another real convo with you guys. Other people's happiness is not your responsibility. And I know that sounds like such a cop-out, but hear me out. You are not responsible for making other people happy. Do you know who's responsible for making yourself happy? Yourself. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go. You don't control the narrative. That's something that you need to understand. As much as control as we want in life, we want to be in control, we need control, you have to realize you don't control the narrative that someone else places on you. That's their problem. That's a lesson that they have to learn. When people put expectations on you and you fall short of their expectation of who you are, that's where the issues come about. Just remember, it's not personal, and you don't control the narrative. So the issue comes with you find your own happiness. I can't make you happy. You have to choose to be happy and then base me on the confinements that I've placed on myself. But if your stock and your happiness is in my decisions, it's unfair. It's unfair to put those on people. It's unfair to set your agenda on someone else. You need to let that person be as authentically them as you can. Support them. When they do bad, you coach. When they do well, you praise. But you don't base your happiness on other people, because that's surely a way to live a life of disappointment. Does that mean don't try to be a people pleaser? No. Be a good person. Just make sure that you're being authentically you. Be as authentic as possible. And try not to set your expectations in others either. Because again, that is such a terrible way to live your life, because you're going to live a life full of disappointments and unhappiness. And we don't have to live that way. We have to accept. We have to have acceptance. We have to realize that we as individual people have different strengths and weaknesses. Now, my way isn't always the best way, and your way isn't always the best way. I may go A to C to B. You may go A, B, C. Or you may go A off into D in left field. Neither is right or wrong, as long as you're getting to where you need to go in a timely manner, in a professional manner. But if you're getting there, or here's a different way to say it. If I go A to B, but you have your own A to B, get there your way. Just do it. But I can't have expectations and think, I hope you do it like me. And then whenever you don't do it like me, then you let me down. That's my fault for having that expectation on you. If you messed up and you went A into D and you're out in the weeds and left field, it's my job to correct you. If I'm in a position of power with you, if I'm in a position of leadership with you, coach you, explain what you did wrong, show the better way to get there, but do it with compassion, do it with love, do it with strength. Do it because you truly want the person to be better next time. But don't overreact because you have your selfish ideologies of who that person is, who they're supposed to be and how they're failing you. So what does all this mean? Does it mean just live your life, man? Act how you want to act. Be offensive. Treat people terribly. Because they shouldn't have that expectation of you anyways. No. No. What I'm saying is, Aubrey Marcus, the owner of Onnit, one of the owners, I think one of the majority owners of Onnit, he said something one time on a podcast I thought was just brilliantly fascinating, and I've pondered it a million times over. But he says, you are me just living a different experience. Now, if that's not verbatim what he said, it's pretty close. But you are me just living a different experience. We're the same. We're the same. I thought it was super deep. I've thought about it forever. I didn't understand it in the beginning. But now I'm so wise. I am your guru. On a more serious note, the quote was serious, but on a more serious note, does it give you a free pass to be a terrible person? No. And this is where I will redirect back to our childhood. The golden rule: do unto others as you wish they would do to you. So when someone makes a mistake, react on them, to them, how you would want your boss to react and discipline you. Because that is you just living a different experience. Do you want your boss to swear at you and get emotional and cut you off and not let you talk? Or do you want to be in a position where you stop and you think about it and you think they made a mistake? No matter how big the mistake is, it's a fixable mistake and it's a learning experience. Conor McGregor's coach said, you either win or you learn. And even if you take the L, if you learned, it's good. Good. Now you shouldn't do that same mistake twice. But give you the opportunity. If you don't have enough time to prove that that's not you and you're going to change or that mistake won't repeat, you can't be mad. You have to get past it. We need more love. We need more compassion. We need to learn how to treat each other. We need to experience the same things. We all experience the same things. We all make mistakes. But the biggest mistake made right now, in my opinion, is people setting expectations on you. Set your own expectations. And then if you fail, come down on yourself. If you fail, or the person below you fails, help them up. I saw an amazing meme one time, and it showed this character, and he was sitting on this throne, and he's got 8 people pulling the throne, and he's riding high. And he had a whip in his hand, and he's like kind of the old Pharaoh looking days. And it said a boss. And on the bottom half of the meme, it showed him in front, hooked up to the hoist that's pulling the big throne, and there's no one in the throne. But he's in the front pulling with all the other people. And it said a leader. Think about it. At the end of the day, it's cool to be kind. Let's be kind. Let's just get past it. Not put any more expectations on people. Accept people for who they are. We're all flawed individuals, and that's what makes us great. We are perfectly imperfect. At times, we will exceed your expectations. At times, we will fall short of your expectations. But in all of that, shame on you for having the expectations. Expect nothing. That way, when they fail, you realize they're human. And when they succeed, you love it and you cherish it and you're excited for them. Expect nothing, but be happy whenever they succeed and help them when they fail. That's a sign of a real leader. That's what we need. That's what we want. It's interesting. Do unto others as you wish they would do to you. Forgive quickly. Life's too short to stay upset. Life is too short to be angry. Life's just too short. It's not worth it. But what is worth it is you slapping the like button, following, and leaving a comment. I appreciate you all. Thanks for listening to this rant. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. Hopefully I will wrap up my travel video. I haven't been doing much, but I'm just ready to wrap it up and get home. You know what they say. I'm in Southern California, but there's no place like home. I wanted to add one more thing. Also, whatever someone does or their characteristics that make you mad are probably just your flaws you see in someone else. So if you don't like someone, it's probably because they exhibit the characteristics that you dislike about yourself. So again, it's not personal to that individual. You're the one with the problem.